It's here. I said I was gonna make it. Now it is 5:05 a.m. to 8 a.m. in SOS. In other words, okay, now it's 5:06, so no more SOS. But still, it's 20th of June, 2016, and it is still Monday. Yeah. Now here's my reaction video. Basically, it's not my very first reaction. I was shocked the first time that I heard anyone else talk about things like this. Because, obviously, I was like, damn, man, like, that is exactly it. Like, that is exactly how things are. And I give props because he's the only, black guy I've actually seen. The trans black guy, right? To actually hit it up and be real. But here we go. Yeah. Oof. Here we go. Living with racism and black FTM transition. Make sure you can hear them too.
4 or 5 years ago called Week 40, Racism as a Black FTM. And I wanted to revisit this video for a few reasons. One, it's been some years since I've talked about dealing with the ways in which I experience race differently compared to my life pre-transition, and I sort of want to put some things in context and also hopefully offer some hopeful words to other guys out there who are in the earlier stages of their transition process. In the first video, in that original video, I talked.
By the way, he's wearing glasses too. I guess I'm gonna just show you his face, whatever, too.
About a lot of things happening all at once. I was increasingly feeling like people were viewing me as a threat, with people locking their car doors when I walked by in the street, people just engaging with me in weird ways that were somewhat aggressive in public.
Yeah, he's definitely right with that. Like, it's different. You definitely, I'm not even talking about just like the general approach or address when people come up to you. Excuse me, ma'am, or excuse me, miss, excuse me, sir. So I'm talking about, like, it's a really hostile, like, I don't want to say passive aggressive, but you feel like this really hostile vibe, and it's not just like this, really, like, is it really hostile? Yes, it is. It really is, like, it really is not just like some play, pretend, make believe. Ooh, no, it's not. It's, ugh. But again, you think you know, but you have no idea. You wouldn't know unless you actually know. Anyway.
People watching me more closely. And so these things started happening all at once. Now, years later, since making that video,
I can also say, like, at my school, like, I got approached, like, I remember, like, even before I was, like, my sophomore year. Freshman year, I was squeaky clean, right? Didn't have any incidences or problems or hostility with other people when they approach me. And I mean, I'm not talking about kids, other people going there. I'm talking about administrators or teachers, right? Random teachers at the hall. I'm not talking about that, like, no, I'm talking about freshman year. I'm talking about, like, really, like, my sophomore year. I even remembered this, and I told myself to remember that because that moment was so distinct and it stuck out so much to me, because even then I knew what it was and I felt what it was and I knew why it was happening. You understand? Still had my long hair. My hair was permed or whatever, but, more tighter clothing, but still like my tomboyish whatever stuff, and my high tops, tighter jeans, and yeah, anyway, backwards hats, and, me. It's actually a part of me I really miss. Like, I wish I could embrace that side, but whatever. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but not right now. But I was approached by some administrator, teacher in the hall. Hey, excuse me, where are you supposed to be? You need to get to your class. Where's your pass? That kind of stuff. And maybe someone's like, so what? I've had that too. But no, it's not in the usual way. Like, there's... And that was even then, like, when I looked more feminine, you understand? But I know it happened a hell of a lot more masculine appearance, and I was wearing my binder, right? Talk to me any kind of way, it's just nasty. But anyway, let's continue.
Definitely say that being read as a black man in public, coupled with living my life as a black man, has definitely changed my behavior. There are certain things that either I don't do or I'm super self-conscious about doing. One of those things.
I can definitely agree with that. Yeah, that was the same thing. Things I don't do, like things I didn't do. Well, I'll make sure to watch my temper. I've been trying to watch my temper a lot more because, yeah, they're already like, when I was approached, whether it was by some stupid egghead administrator or whatever, just some random person on the street or what, just whatever, I could already feel that they were kind of taken back by me. Like, I could feel like they're kind of like, I wouldn't say hesitation, but they're definitely, like I said, the aggressive tone and the way that they handle you, right? They feel the need to handle you and talk to you, handle the simple question that they're asking you or whatever. It's like they're so prepared for one thing to lead to another. They're so prepared for you to just like lose your cool and swing on them, right? I don't know, like it was just really weird. So I had to make sure that my tone was a certain way because anytime I turned around, someone was like, "Oh yeah, well, there's no need to be hostile, sir. Sir, I don't like your tone, or you need to calm down, young man." And it's like, I'm not even doing it. I'm just plainly talking to you. I don't understand. Sir, there's, I don't appreciate the sarcasm. It's like anytime, there's always something. It's like at school, but it was, yeah, man.
Being when I'm out in public, I try to look like I have a purpose. I'm not just somewhere aimlessly. Because in my experience, I find that when that happens, then I tend to draw suspicions from other people.
And I like this guy also because, like I said, this is like the only time I've only gotten this view from a black guy, like trans guy, And even like I think looking online, like, I mean, I see obviously a few more videos of black guys, biological black guys, like talking about how they feel as a black guy. But even then, I know that it's like drowned out. Like when they're talking about like how it is to be a black guy, especially it was like a BuzzFeed video. They were talking about like things like how it feels to be black and the police. But even at the end of like the video or in the middle of the video, they try to give you some BS crap, or like they try to soften it up because like they had that one black guy or who just gave like this overall message that overall everything's okay. I think it's gonna get better, right? And some corny ass thumbs up at the end. Like try to give you like this weird message of well, things are okay. It's gonna be okay, right? When in reality things continue to be as they are. It's really off. And yeah, the whole message at the end of the video ends up getting changed because they try to be a simp, right? Simp for the white man, and just give in to this, image of, oh, I'm not hostile, I'm not disagreeing with the system. Look at me, I'm compliant. I like the system. I'm happy with the system, right? I'm satisfied. I'm not trying to revolt, right? You don't have to worry about me. I'm not a threat. In other words, you don't have to consider me a threat enough to where you want to take me out, to where you want to, block my video or penalize me or whatever, right? Penalize, whatever you say. But yeah.
So I have a friend who's also black and trans, and he was taking a walk in my neighborhood one night, and my neighborhood is primarily white. And when he got back, he told me that
I'm gonna tell you though, even those white neighborhoods, they're not gonna save you. Because guess what? Now you're just even more surrounded with the enemy. With the very people who can't stand the sight of you. The very people who are just waiting for anything to happen so they can make that phone call. That's all it takes, that one phone call to just to lock your ass up. Same people who they want to, hypocritical gonna be shady and say hi to you in the morning, right? When you go to your mailbox and they're checking the mail, or wave to you whenever they come home, or maybe like they're, mowing their lawn or whatever. The fake stuff. Like I said, like, these white people at my job and they smile at me like on the streets, passing by, or give me a hey or, high five or whatever. I don't know. I just walk past and I don't even pay them any mind. I'm not getting sucked into that. You know what I'm saying? I know what it is. I know what it really is. You're gonna smile on my face, but then as soon as we, like, we cross paths and our backs are turned, or let's say I was actually, right, I didn't present as a masculine female, like you could tell, like I was a guy, I was a taller guy, darker skinned black guy, you would walk to the farthest side of that damn sidewalk to make sure there's not a trace of an inch of you that would slide against me. And I think that if I remember correctly, it was called Negrotude or something like that. Some fake disease made up by, what was like the first psychologist, and he's a worldwide renowned psychologist. He's like known to be like the best psychologist of father psychology. He made this up. It was a slavery thing. Negrotude. There's something in the skin of these animals, of these things, of these types of people, right, that deem their brains to be worthless, and if you touch them, you will get it too. It's kind of why whites were so scared of us. You couldn't touch them. They couldn't dare touch you because, you're just so sickening. You're just a disease, but yet you're still gonna, round us up and keep us as slaves. You're still gonna keep us on and make us handle your fruits and your vegetables and your cotton, the things that we're picking, so you can use it for your materials, for your breakfast, right? That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, definitely, I mean, being in those white neighborhoods is not going to save you. Doesn't matter how many fake hellos they give you in the morning, or when they, with hospitality, invite you over to their barbecue or to their, welcome to the neighborhood. No, it doesn't matter. Because they still keep in mind that the main thing that every single one of them thinks of you on the DL, especially if you're bigger, more dark-skinned, beefy, broad, black guy. They're going to walk on the farthest side of the sidewalk. And as soon as you cross paths, right, your backs turn to each other, they're going to either sigh a sign of relief, whew, that's over, or whew, I made it, glad that's over. I made it, like, I passed them. Right? You didn't hurt me. Yes. Or, they're gonna think, whew, that was a close one. If I didn't watch my step there, if I hadn't watched my step, probably could have gotten raped or something like that. Would have snatched my purse. I don't know, just whatever. Nah, I gotta stop saying that. I do know. I know what I'm talking about. So I used to get it on the daily, and I still partially get it, like, they act like you stink or something, like they can't walk too close to you, they have to walk behind you, they have to try to speed up and walk steps ahead of you, so you're not too close behind them. It's happened to me before. It's really insulting, it's humiliating, but at the same time, I mean, come on, you're black, what are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to do about it? Who are you gonna go tell? It's not like you can report that. Not really. Because the police, right? Again, another white thing. They're gonna say, well, there's no confirmed sign that it was a sign of, discrimination or hate. Yeah, okay. Alright. But yeah, man. Being in these neighborhoods is not gonna save you because even they know what they're gonna think of you as soon as they turn their back. They keep the same ideals in mind. That they first had when they first spotted you and caught their breath, and gasped. Oh shit, there's one now, really.
My neighborhood is primarily white, and when he got back, he told me that he got stopped by a resident, and asked what he was doing in the neighborhood. And the first thought that came to my mind was, what were you doing? Taking a walk.
And to be honest, I know the black people, they probably just think, oh, well, no, that's just too good to be true. That's just another one of those cliche lines. But no, I guarantee you, you'd be surprised how often it happens. That's not just some, oh, that's just the average cliche. No. It's not just a stereotype, it's not just a cliche. It's widely known. It's widely known. It's a generality for a reason. It's a common thing, you understand? And again, it's nothing that we'd enforce on ourselves, black people. It is what has been forced onto us. What we've been forced to kind of, get used to. And listen to this.
Dog at night in a white neighborhood wearing a hoodie. And of course I didn't say that to him because I realized that's not his fault and black people should be free to take walks like anyone else. But the fact,
and he talks about it, but it really stems how far that whites can ingrain it so deep, even into your head, how much you should, number one, notice certain things about your own people, right? You should notice, oh my God, what am I wearing? Like, what am I dressed? Why am I dressed like this? Okay, I need to change, or maybe I shouldn't go out in this shirt. Maybe I shouldn't wear these pants because they're kind of droopy. They don't sit up as straight on my hips or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't wear my hat backwards, right? Maybe I shouldn't walk a certain way. Maybe I shouldn't use a certain word like yo. Or, even phrases like, you know what I mean? Maybe I shouldn't use slang, even if it's just a little bit. Because that may take me as a threat. Maybe I shouldn't, wear certain colors, right? All, mostly black outfit. Because, again, automatic perceived threat. I remember even with me, because this is how they get you to notice, notice certain things. Whether it's about yourself or about your own people that you see across the street. You don't even know that black person. But again, as a black person, things that have been ingrained in your head to pay attention to be aware to. What is it? Like, basically things that puts a target on your back, right? You're kind of an open target just asking. You're just asking for something to happen. You're just waiting for something to happen, right? You're just asking for it. Why would you go out dressed like that? You're just wanting something to happen. Trouble just right around the corner for you because you were stupid and you decided to dress like that. You decided to, blast this kind of music. You decided to walk like this or whatever. Have hair like this, right? Have tattoos in a certain place. Be a certain pigmentation of skin. That's your fault. You need to get better. You need to fix. You need to get fixed. You need to get right. You need to go change. You need to talk more proper. You need to stop listening to this kind of music, right? They put this shit in our heads. You don't even know that black person across the street, but even you sitting there like at the table reading or whatever, I don't know what you're doing, tying your shoelaces like, where, I don't know. You see that other black person, you think, ooh, damn, I'm glad I'm not him. I'm glad I didn't, I'm not wearing anything like that. Because that's just an open target. That's just asking for it. That's just asking for something. Should have been a little bit smarter. And you don't even know that black person. I know because I've done it. I've done it too. I still do it. Sometimes, I'm more aware of when I do it now, but when I was young, I wasn't even aware of, I wasn't even aware of me doing that. Just how subconsciously they ingrain that we should be afraid of certain things when it regards to our own black people. Ways of dressing, ways of talking, and it's just ingrained how much we should be against our own black people, our own ways of life, our own culture, modern day culture. Alright? I know many times I'll be going out, walking around my own fucking neighborhood, walking around the block, but yeah, I'd be wearing my hat backwards, and I'd think, ooh, maybe I shouldn't wear this hat. Maybe I shouldn't wear this certain color today, because I'm kind of wearing all black, and, my pants are kind of baggy-ish, and not falling off my ass. But they have some bag to the legs. I was like, maybe I shouldn't go out like this. I had, my all black Timberland boots. I had my, I know people say Timbs. I always say Timberlands. Whatever. It's a white thing. I don't know. just naturally do it. I don't know. Just wearing my all black Timberlands, wearing my all black pants, wearing maybe a black shirt, rolled up sleeves, maybe gray shirt, rolled up sleeves, blue shirt, whatever, it doesn't matter. Black backwards hat, right? It says Brooklyn on it. But really, I was sitting, oh, maybe I should turn my hat around the other way. Maybe I shouldn't wear it backwards like this. And then I caught myself and what I was trying to do. How I was trying to, minimize myself. Like, it's so stupid. How I was trying to catch myself and maybe I shouldn't be walking around looking like this. Looking like what? I asked myself in my head. Looking like what? What kind of a threat am I? Like, I'm not doing anything. And see, even though I knew that, my conscience still told me to go against, my internal, personal, whatever self that was saying, no, I don't need to change. I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't need to change. I don't need to go back upstairs and change. I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. I'm perfectly fine, right? I'm just me. I am as I am. I'm just walking around. I know I'm not doing anything, not hurting anybody. My conscience told me to change, to put on something different, to turn my hat around. Even my mom, eventually, she started to say, well, turn your hat around, or, you don't always have to dress like that. Why don't you put on something else? Because you need to realize how you look. She started to. Right? Yeah. So it's real. It's real, people. Like, we get used to, trying to, minimize certain behaviors. And he talks about it.
That was my first thought. Really shows how ingrained a lot of this has become in my sort of.
And what this and it, what he's talking about basically, the anonymous words this and it. No, what he's talking about is what I just said. When they teach you to basically go against your own people, to be alarmed and kind of have little alarms and red flags. Ooh, okay, little red flags set to go off in your head. Oh, snap. I shouldn't be dressed like this. I shouldn't be listening to this music. I shouldn't show, in public that I listen to this type of music, right? I shouldn't, have my tattoos out. I shouldn't have pants like this. I shouldn't have my hat like this. Stupid shit. Yeah, man, it's real. Little alarms you should have about yourself. Even when you're just walking up to the gas station to get a candy bar. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything wrong. Yeah, man. Stick around for a part 2. I'm out.